Hello and welcome to Spring 2024. I spent some time last May at the Council Bluffs, Iowa store. Let's take a few minutes and go over some key focus points as we head into a new spring season. It all starts with you. The customer's perception of your garden center starts when they step into it. What does the customer see when they first walk into your garden center? Is it clean, neat, organized, well-signed, and easy to shop? Or do they see a dingy, dark area of the store that's dirty and in disarray? Just remember, you are who the customer sees as being the owner of your garden center. If the customer thinks you don't care, they won't come back and shop your store. Remember to put your best in front of the customers every day. Merchandising your plant tables. The first consideration has to be light requirement. Shade-loving plants like impatiens and hostas have to be merchandised on the plant tables inside the garden center. Sun-loving plants should be merchandised outside of the garden center and out from under the overhang. The second consideration is classification. Is the plant an annual or a perennial? Annuals need to be displayed on the designated annual tables and perennials displayed on the designated perennial tables. The third consideration is size. Keep all like sizes merchandised together. 6-pack annuals with 6-pack annuals, 1-pot perennials with 1-pot perennials, and so on. The fourth consideration is SKU. Within the size groups, keep like SKUs together. The fifth consideration is color. Always try to keep like colors together, creating an eye-appealing display for the customers. Merchandising end caps. The end caps of the plant tables are prime real estate and should be treated the same way as the end caps inside the store. One price, impulse items, best looking product. The end caps should be changed at least once a week during the season to keep the freshest product in front of the customer. Weekly orders. Each store will be assigned specific growers that will supply annuals, perennials, vegetables, herbs, trees, and shrubs. Orders will be based off historical sales data, current sales trends, and on-hand inventory for your store. Varieties will be shipped in based on the appropriate timing for the planting within the season. Receiving your orders. Once the grower confirms purchase orders, general managers will receive a confirmation of delivery date. It will be very important that they communicate that information to all team members working in the garden center. When team members are aware of the orders coming in, they'll need to prepare space for the order prior to its arrival. Check the paperwork. Make sure that it's for your store. One person handles the delivery paperwork from start to finish. Check off each item as it comes off the truck. Do not put product away until the delivery is complete to ensure accurate counts. Note any shortages clearly on the paperwork, both copies. Sign both copies of the paperwork. Immediately take the completed paperwork back to receiving to be entered into the system. Once the delivery is off the truck and recorded on the paperwork, team members must get all the products off of the delivery racks and onto the proper display. Most delivery racks will need to go back to the vendor immediately. The driver will be aware of whether the racks are to be returned or left at the store. Do not accept product that is not for your store and is not on the paperwork for your store. Caring for your plants. The objective is to sell the plants before Menards actually has to take care of them. But since that only happens on occasion, team members will need to be aware of the requirements and expectations for plant care. Air. The plants need to breathe, and they need space to do that. While it's important to maximize the capacity of the display, plants need to have room to breathe. Water. Plants need the right amount of water to survive. There are 2 approved methods to watering plants. Number 1 is using the approved watering wand and ensuring that each plant that needs to be watered receives water. Number 2 is a supplemental watering system that should be installed above all the tables. Only water plants that need it. Check the plants. If they're dry, water them. If they're sufficiently moist, don't water them. A simple test to determine if they need to be watered is to put your finger into the pot. If your finger comes out clean, the plant is dry and should be watered. If the soil sticks to your finger, the plant has enough moisture and doesn't need to be watered. Menards.com. The Menards.com website has some great resources available for team members and customers. The Garden Center page is found under the Project Center tab. The Garden Center page has plant search, zone map, vegetable library, and archive tabs for team members and customers to access. The plant search area is a great tool for finding plant information. If a customer types in the numbers on the back of a plant tag, it will direct them to an area with information about that specific plant. All of the information covered today and much, much more can be found in your 2024 Menards Garden Center Manual. Thank you all, and let's have a great spring season.